Blood moon alert, Pisces. The blood moon is going to occur on the 27th of September if you're utilizing Eastern Daylight Time. If you're utilizing Greenwich Mean Time, it's on the 28th. And I'm only giving you both of those because it's a big event. It's important. A lot of people feel it's very important. And indeed it is. It's a total lunar eclipse. It's in the sign of Aries. It's the fourth blood moon in the tetrad. And a lot of various cultures and religions are having simultaneous holy days. So a lot of people feel it's very important. On the 13th, there's a new moon and a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, Virgo the Virgin. Again, that's on September 13th. And on the 23rd of September, we have the autumn equinox, and that's going to be the ingress of the sun from Virgo into Libra early in the morning. So it's a very big month. There's a lot going on. Again, a lot of these events are happening simultaneously, let's say that, with a lot of holy days in various cultures and religions around the world. So we're going to take a look at some of these things. We're also going to take a look later on at some of the issues going on with CERN, which has also been turned on again in 2015. And they're doing some things in September that people feel are important. So we're just going to go over that generally, but we will touch on it because it's important. A lot of people feel it has to do with the god Cernunnos and that kind of thing. So we'll go over that a little bit. Now, Jupiter is direct in Virgo currently this month, and Neptune is retrograde in Pisces in your sign, and that's one of your ruling planets, so we're going to take a look at that too. Now, let's see how your ruling planets of Jupiter and Neptune are going to affect you this month, Pisces. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from the mighty guardian angel Gabriel, who rules over all the water signs, and your specific Pisces angel Amethyst, who resides over your mutable water nature. And these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. Now, just before we get into the important love transmission from Amethyst, we want to give you a planetary formula that we're going to then sort of like a little planetary formula problem that we're going to solve and give you the answer for at the end in the afterglow part of the transmission, where we give you the planetary aspects and astrological facets that we want to highlight for Jupiter and Neptune this month. So we're going to give you one of those just for fun, to make it fun for you and for us. We'll try to do that in a regular way just to, just demonstrate how that's accomplished. The one we're going to use this time is on the 17th of September, Jupiter in Virgo opposing Neptune retrograde in Pisces, especially because you're ruled by both Jupiter and Neptune, and since they're opposing each other on the 17th, that could affect you quite a bit. So we'll put that planetary formula at the end, and we'll solve that problem at the end again of the transmission, the afterglow. Okay? Okay, so to get into the love transmission from an ECL, romantic offers and offers for friendships, and even family gatherings are going to come up a lot in September. You're going to be much sought after, Pisces, this month. And again, you're not going to really have problems with other people not wanting you around, or you're not going to have a problem with not getting offers, again, for romance or for friendship or for family gatherings or, just family ties, really, getting closer to family. That's not really going to be a problem for you. What you will encounter is anger from other people that may put you at odds with yourself. So you may feel that other people, especially because of some of the things that are going on with the planet Mars for other people who are ruled by that planet this month, you might feel that other people are trying to force you to do things that you don't want to do, or force you or be very aggressive with you, like, I want you to do this. You need to do this. And then once you do it, they change their tune and say, oh, who told you to do that? That kind of a thing. So that might put you, it's almost as if the vision I'm getting at the moment is like someone's breaking billiards with the cue ball. Boom. And the different aspects of yourself sort of fly apart. And that might have a lot to do, again, with what we were talking about with CERN, but we'll talk about that when we get into the money transmission. But nonetheless, this is going to be highlighted and intensified by this, on the 17th, Jupiter in Virgo and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. You're going to feel that opposition kind of blowing these parts of you apart. Like there's, I believe this, or I want to do this, or I have these friends and I want to do this, and you might feel this month that it's hard to find a commonality. That things must be separated. Again, but it will be more like you're being separated. And in reality, rather than seeing it as being bisected, see it as being bifurcated, that you can, understand this and understand that, but that doesn't mean that you lose your center. So it'll be very important for you in your emotional relationships, be they friendships or be they love or be they family. It'll be very important for you to find your own center and not to allow others to because of their forcefulness, they're going to be so forceful. Just remain in your center and don't feel the need to go into combat. Because again, it will put you at odds with yourself, not with other people. And just understand that when other people feel that they know exactly what they need to tell you and what they think you need to do, just take it with a grain of salt and say, you can do that for, if that's what you want to do, if that makes you happy, go right ahead. You don't have to give in to other people's demands. Just say, if that makes you happy, you go ahead and you do that. I'm fine. That kind of thing. And then, you'll retain your center better during September. All right? Now, the money transmission from a Nitziel. Money is going to be steady and methodical. There will be a lot of various outlets in September for spending and making money. So the various tributaries will open up for money flow. That's what will occur. And you can enjoy each of these aspects, but it will be methodical. And Pisces might tend to get a little bored financially and want more of a chance. However, this is not a month to take chances, at least not big ones, unless you want to take big consequences. It's fun for Pisces to take chances financially. But September is not a good time to do that. September is a time to batten down the hatches a bit. This September. And if you're going to take chances, make them small chances where if the consequences don't turn out so well, you can absorb that well. So just understand that. It's just not a good time for that because, again, there's going to be so many other people and so many events that are going to be overwhelming that you don't really need to worry about entertaining yourself. You'll be plenty entertained in September. Now Pisces might tend to get a little bored again, but just sit back and enjoy the show this month. It'll be entertaining enough. Now we're going to get into this, what we talked about here, this issue with CERN. And the particle accelerator that is on in 2015, and in September everybody's making a big deal out of it. But basically, what is CERN doing? CERN, a lot of people feel, again, that it has to do with the god Cernunnos, and that it has to do with hooking up with the planet Saturn, that it opens a portal to Saturn. We are in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by the planet Saturn. Now, Saturn used to rule the world. Saturn used to be, a lot of people feel that Uranus is the progenitor of Saturn, and that Saturn is the progenitor of the Earth, and that the Sun stole the Earth from Saturn. This is what is commonly known by Saturn cults. But that's neither here nor there, but that's an important point to make. They're also trying to open up Jacob's ladder again. And this is sort of the Jack and the Beanstalk story, where you have various angelic forces going up and down Jacob's ladder. And the ladder that they're utilizing is human DNA. So human DNA is being toyed with. The very structure of matter it's already been broken down. Einstein figured that out. The atomic bomb did all that. They split the atom. Now they're learning how to put things back together again. And I'm sure they're breaking things down further, but they're also learning how to put things back together. So someday you'll be able to print out human organs, and you won't need to chop organs out of this individual to put them in that individual. So these are the kind of, well, at one point in our future, we'll feel that we were very barbaric at this point in our evolution as a species. And the good thing about Rosicrucian Kabbalah and Kabbalah in general is that it unifies science and spirituality. Religion is an attempt to do that, but at this point, people have become so intelligent, the human race has become so scientifically oriented, that Kabbalah has to be unveiled. The marriage supper of the Lamb, the bride is unveiled, and the veil between life and death has to be removed, and Kabbalah explains that, so that these sciences that are opening the dimensions and peering into realms where paranormal activity will become in your face more as we get into September and October and November. These are times when the veil thins between the worlds anyway. But this is the veil that's over the bride. This is the veil that's over the face of Moses. This is the veil that has to be lifted in order for us to understand without a shadow of a doubt that death is a transformation, not an annihilation. Now, of course, annihilation must exist, because if you can conceive of it, and there's a word for it, it exists. So yes, annihilation of consciousness happens, and oblivion happens. But existence is matter, and antimatter is non-existence, and God created both. And now antimatter has been taken and brought into the world of matter. And the individuals doing that, I'm sure, feel very much like God, or that they're in cahoots with the God particle, or in the same mindset thereof. So there is an intelligence that organizes everything. And this is where people who believe in scientific, I can't remember the word, something about intelligent design, that's the word, intelligent design, and people who believe in evolution can find the synthesis of this in Kabbalah. And these ideas are all very interesting, and they're good debates to have. And it's better to debate in this way than for people to go at it and kill each other. It's better to have sound, interesting debates. And that's what people would like to happen now, who are those who feel that this is a time to unify the world, not to break it apart. All right, there's also just one last interesting thing. There is a byproduct from CERN called strangelets, these particles that are created when these particles are collided at near light speeds or at light speed, and I think they're protons. But anyway, these strangelets are not normal, obviously, and they're produced, and they are said to be very heavy and said to sink into the core of the Earth. So that should be quite something. We seem to create toxins. All life forms do, and this will be an interesting new form of human pollution that we can then have to deal with. Whether it will cool the Earth or warm the Earth or do what to the Earth, or who knows. We'll see. Okay, now that'll lead us into the health transmission. We want to try to stay healthy through all this. Mitziel's health transmission, increased appetite is what you're going to experience. This is because of Jupiter's influence. But you're going to find it's going to make you a little queasy. Maybe not as queasy as Sagittarius, but will make you queasy. But not that bad. You want to eat light if you're a meat eater. You want to eat more fish, more light flesh. If you're not a meat eater, you want to watch be careful of too much rich sauces, too many rich sauces. You want to try to, again, eat light. If you want to eat a lot, keep it not too much fatty foods, more light, and you'll feel much better. It'll affect your third chakra. So you want to soothe the third chakra. Now, also, you might find that you're going to get respiratory flus or colds, and you don't want to end up with walking pneumonia. So what everybody might be a little guilty of, but especially you Pisces, is you're not getting enough rest. And for people with Pisces predominant in their chart in various areas, you might find that you're not getting enough rest. So you want to try to make sure that you're getting enough playtime, that you're getting enough time to sleep, and that you're not overtaxing any of your systems. That'll be very important for you during September with all that's going on. Okay, now we're going to get into the afterglow and the planetary aspects and facets we want to highlight that are important, and we'll go over that little formula for you as well on the 17th. Okay, Jupiter, again, Jupiter transits direct in Virgo currently. Jupiter's direct, finally. And again, on the 17th, Jupiter is in Virgo and opposing Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Again, that could put you at odds with yourself. Now, Neptune is retrograde in Pisces until November 18th of 2015, when it will go direct in Pisces. Okay, so the formula for that would be on the 17th, we have Jupiter in Virgo opposing Neptune retrograde in Pisces. That puts you at odds with yourself because you're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Now, what does that do? The answer, the Kabbalistic Rosicrucian answer, is your own instincts, your own intuitive ability, your own inner psychic powers, instinct, are tuned into your gut feelings. Don't go with your mind. It's just noise. Don't go with because the mind is ego. Don't go with your heart. It'll always lead you in the wrong direction. Go with your gut. And you do. And that's the best thing to do. You're always very wise to go with your gut instincts, and Pisces is very good at going with their gut. And that will serve you well, to not go against yourself. Don't think too much. Don't overdo the heart. Just go with your guts, but eat light. Go with your gut instinct, and you'll do very well. Again, don't oppose yourself. You can't help it this month, but be aware of that and deal lightly with everything, and you'll do very well in September of 2015, Pisces. All right. Thank you for joining us, Pisces. This is your angelic horoscope transmission from the water angel Gabrielle and your Pisces angel Amethyst. I'm Pastor Rosemary, Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.